What is it? Why did you call me out here? If we can't talk in the room, it must be something troublesome.
Yeah. One night, I call for Hikage and take him outside. I mean, he's gotta know, right? I know the manor's dangerous at night, but I don't want to involve the others in what I'm about to talk about. We arrive at the entrance hall, and it's so cold that I feel as though time has stopped. The tension makes my back stiffen.
You've got some nerve trying this again.
Hikage. A cold stare. Is this Hikage or the Master? At that moment, a tiny silhouette reveals itself from behind a pillar. Master.
Usagi.
Usagi. Good, you're here.
We made a promise, after all.
Yeah, see? This is the little hat I was talking about. This was his hat. So cute. After welcoming Usagi, she and I stand together and face Hikage. His eyes are wide open and glitter like radiant winter stars. Dang, that's oddly specific. I cower under his gaze.
I see now. You're the reason Benny Yuri has been acting so strange recently. I never trusted you, but I did assume you were at least an ally who also sought the completion of the kaleidoscope. I didn't think you and Benny Yuri were conspiring together.
He seems to have instantly figured it all out. Usagi grabs the hem of my clothes and cowers behind me. Usagi. I heard from Usagi. You're the master of the manor, Hikage? You saved me from the monsters when we first met. When I was upset, you smiled and comforted me. Was that all a lie? Yes, it was! I love this boy. When he goes extra, he just goes for it.
That's right. All of it. I pretended to be on your side because it was easier that way. I wanted to watch the kaleidoscope be finished from up close. Everything was a lie for the sake of completing the kaleidoscope. You sure took your time figuring it out.
My heart breaks a little upon hearing his complete lack of remorse. Despite having already heard from Usagi, the truth still hurts.
I suppose I may have toyed with you a bit too much. I delayed revealing myself because I wanted to see you all hurt each other more. I didn't think it would end like this, though. You two have ruined everything.
Why are you so fixated on the kaleidoscope, Hikage? What wish do you want granted?
My wish? Yes, I have one. Of course.
What is it?
You figured it all out, so I'll tell you. I wish for destruction.
Okay, so I didn't imagine that. You do wish for destruction. But that's because you came into this world with a lot of hatred in your heart. What? The unexpected word confuses me. Pleased with my Okay, my tongue just decided to stop working. Let's try that again. Pleased with my reaction, Hikage laughs.
I want to destroy this world. The beginning of despair. I'll use the power of the kaleidoscope to destroy this world, just like how the shards were lost.
What does that even mean?
I've lived for so long that I've gone mad. The days have repeated over and over and over thousands of times. Hatred, grudges, pain without end. I have no memories, but still I am assailed by painful emotions. Sometimes I'd rather die. It might sound strange to say, since I've already died once, but it'd be easier to plunge into the abyss than to live for eternity. When I felt that desire to end it all, I came to this conclusion. Why am I the only one suffering? Why are other souls able to depart in peace? I want to defile those innocent souls. I want to tear them apart with the same pain I feel. I want to paint them black as they languish in this world. More and more and more. I want to warp them more. If I destroy this pain-filled world, the bridge that connects life and death will crumble, and despair will overflow.
His face is warped by a perverse ecstasy.
Imagining everyone suffering the same pain I did gave me pleasure. It was pure exaltation. My monochromatic days were lit up with color. I hadn't felt this way since I first came to this place. Yes, I will reduce this world to dust! Those who follow me will inherit my suffering. I will live among their screams. That, and that alone, is what I wished upon the kaleidoscope.
That's...
Yes. That's all. That's all I had. Or so I thought.
Hikage? Something seems wrong. He suddenly lowers his voice. His eyes begin to dart back and forth. Is he hesitating?
Let's put a stop to this, brother.
What?
All of this is meaningless.
She speaks from behind me, finally having gathered the courage.
Meaningless? How?
Brother.
You know too much. What do you know about me? Why do you submit to my will? And why do you keep calling me that?
Usagi's voice quavers. She's afraid. I understand, but... I hold her hand tight, trying to keep her from crying.
Benieri?
It's all right. I whisper to her, planting myself firmly between the two of them. Hikage, try to remember.
Remember what?
When we saw that girl who was about to disappear in the manor, you smiled so gently. Why is that? Were you remembering your sister? Or no, maybe you didn't have your memory back yet. But there was some part of you that remembered her.
Sister.
His gaze shifts and his eyes wander. It's clear he's agitated. That's right. Your sister. Do you remember?
Ugh. Damn it.
He clutches at his head and starts to wince in pain. Oh, this is what happened before. With the book he used to read to her.
Why did my memory...
Did you remember something, Hikage? You looked like you were in real pain. That's right. Back when we were looking at the picture book, Hikage told me it was the same one he used to read to Usagi. Could it be? Have you regained your memories, Hikage? He has! Because of the mask, I can't see Usagi's expression. She is quietly holding her breath, watching to see what happens next. Hikage, you had a younger sister. She was sickly and quiet, but very cute. You weren't related by blood, but you loved her like you were. The two of you were always together, and you would read to her. You were a kind brother.
Stop. Don't make me remember anymore.
He grimaces and takes a step backward. Right now, he's not the master. He's Usagi's brother. You cared deeply for her and couldn't accept that she had passed away. You wanted to see her one more time, so you searched for the kaleidoscope so you could connect the world of the living and the dead, but then ended up here. You're still searching for the kaleidoscope, but not because you're wishing for destruction and despair. It's because you're still searching for your sister, isn't it?
Shut up. Shut up! You have nothing to do with it!
Yes, I do! You might not want to admit it, but I think of you as one of us, Hikage. That's not all. I care about you so much.
Huh. What nonsense!
Hikage, the kaleidoscope doesn't have the power to grant wishes. All it can do is connect this world to the next. The world won't be destroyed. Nothing will change. I don't know how you can be happy in this world, and I can't understand the pain you felt either. But there is no happiness amid screams of pain and suffering. I want you to remember what warmth and happiness feel like. So please, try to remember Usagi. Remember your sister.
Benny Yuri.
Hikage clenches his teeth and shakes his head, pressing his hands to his temples.
You're wrong! I have no sister! I have no friends! That's it. You're lying to me. You want to steal the kaleidoscope from me. You're plotting against me with Usagi.
No! Please, try to remember!
Oh, you're quite the sly one, Benny Yuri. You might not look like much, but you're a deceptive monster. You almost had me, but you won't have your way. I won't let anyone have the kaleidoscope.
Hikage!
Get away from me!
Remember!
Get away!
Hikage, listen!
I said get away from me!
He points his gun at us. A flash of the muzzle. My world turns white. I can't see anything. I can't hear anything. What just happened? If he shot his sister, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm
Benny Yuri.
Usagi, you better not. You better not! Why would you do this? My senses return to me when I hear her weak voice. Usagi? Oh, Usagi, no! Not you! Not a new pose from you! Usagi? How? A bullet has ripped through her tiny body. Girl, if there was any chance of saving this boy, it was with him not killing you. He already felt like he had killed you in a sense. Now he actually killed you for real. Usagi, no! A bullet has ripped through her tiny body. She defended me, and is now bleeding from the side of her torso, staining her clothes bright red. Usagi! Come on, hang in there! What am I gonna do? She won't stop bleeding! I need something to apply pressure to the wound. I place her on her side and try to staunch the flow of blood, fighting back my own tears. Despite my efforts, blood continues to bubble up and nothing I do seems to help.
Benny Yuri. Take this off, please.
Usagi?
Please.
With shaky fingers, she motions towards her cheek. Understanding her meaning, I remove the mask from her face. Should have done that like 5 minutes ago. Should have done it 5 minutes ago! If we had done this 5 minutes ago! Ah! Ah! Oh gosh, this one's getting me. This one's getting me. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Usagi, you've got to stay with me. Why did you protect me? He was so close to remembering you.
It's all right. I wanted to help you. Thank you, Beniyuri. Thanks to you, I can finally see my brother.
Usagi?
You're...
With uncertain steps, Hikage comes towards us as Usagi's body gradually begins to fade. One last mirage for the black butterfly.
Brother, I'm sorry I hid my face until now. If your memory were to return, what would you be like? Would our relationship have changed at all? I kept asking myself that question, and because of it, I couldn't reveal myself to you.
No. You're...
Usagi's large eyes go back and forth between me and Hikage.
I'm glad I met you, Beniyuri. Without you, I never would have been able to stand and face my brother. My sweet brother. I'm grateful.
Don't talk like that.
It's time. It's my turn to depart.
You are...
Brother. No matter what you've become, I will love you.
Usagi! She smiles at me. At that instant, her body begins to shine even brighter.
Goodbye.
There she goes. Her body dissolves into a radiant kaleidoscope of white butterflies that disperse into the air. Oh no!
Usagi? Ugh.
And it all comes back.
No!
His memories finally returning to him, Hikage collapses to his knees, tumbling over the place where Usagi was only moments ago. His entire body is quavering, as if he's trying to feel the last remnants of her warmth. The way he shuffles around on the floor fills me with pity. Sorrow. Pain. And nothing he can do to soothe them. Hikage. This was... I hand him Usagi's mask. When I do, he grabs hold of my arm. Oh.
No. I let her die. I let her die again. How could this happen?
Hikage, please.
She was so close, and I killed her again. No!
I throw my arms around Hikage as he weeps over Usagi's mask. I know it probably isn't any comfort to him. Even so, I have to do it. He continues to cry, like a butterfly whose wings of life are burning. The heat radiating from him is scorching. And so, I do all I can think of. I pull him even tighter to me, trying to preserve the warmth. Gosh, I don't even know how you move forward from that. Where do we go from here? Oh, that was so sad. It got me. It got me good. I don't know how much time passes. The hall is deathly silent, as if the tide has gone out. He and I are the only two beings in the whole world. At last, he quietly pushes me away and stares at the floor.
I've lived a lie until now. Not just since I came here. My entire life was filled with lies. You said you wanted to know what I was like. Do you want to hear about the real me?
Yes, I do.
Then let me tell you the story of my past.
Looking disgusted with himself, he smiles mirthlessly as he weaves the tale of his past.
I was born to a woman who lived in the slums. I was unwanted. My mother often had fits of anger and would take that rage out on me. And then one day, some newly moneyed man calling himself my father exchanged me for some money. He brought me to another world. He took me to a manor, a den of luxury and bad taste. I was told that some vapid woman was to be my new mother.
Does he mean Usagi's mother?
She was uglier than my birth mother. She would put dead insects in my food. Still, I suppose I should be thankful that I was fed at all. She would tear my clothes to shreds, discard my books, and do anything she could to inflict abuse on me. I'm certain she detested having this child of a mistress under her roof. Youthful as I was, I did my best to be liked. I learned to flatter to get by.
Flattery to get by. Is that the lie he learned?
After a while, my father introduced me to a girl.
You mean... From his perspective.
The one you called Usagi. My half-sister.
At the word sister, a small light returns to his eyes. He closes his eyes and smiles as he reminisces.
She called me brother and took a liking to me almost immediately. At first I didn't know how to react, but her unconditional affection made me care about her. I hated my father and adoptive mother, but I hid those feelings for the sake of my sister. I played the part of the good brother, the dutiful son. Before long, I became a compulsive liar. I had no resistance for it any longer. I had already forgotten my true self. A few years passed. My sister always had a weak constitution, but she was constantly bedridden by this point. I kept telling her that she would be all right, that I would help her. The lie might simply have been to give myself courage. I kept telling myself it would be all right. It was an utter lie. I should have never said it. Every day, I would beg for money to afford my sister's medicine. After my father's finances collapsed, he began to show disdain for me. No matter how much he insulted me, I did everything in my power to keep my sister alive. I gathered the funds and managed to secure a promise that a relative would obtain the medicine. But the day the medicine was due to arrive came and went. And then my sister died shortly after. I realized that they never had any intention of procuring the medicine we so badly needed.
That's awful.
I felt my world crumble. I had only pretended to be a good person for the sake of my sister. But now, that sister is gone. Everything was a lie. Perhaps it was punishment for my own deceptions. At least, that's how I felt. My life was full of lies. I started to wish for even just a single truth. Anything at all.
A truth?
I wanted to make my promise to my sister come true. I wanted that it's all right to be true.
And that's why you... I listen, taking everything in as Hikage continues.
I told my bedridden sister that everything would be all right, and that I would help you.
Right.
And so that's why I tried to bring her back to life.
But that's impossible.
Yes, utterly impossible. After losing my sister, I had already gone half mad with grief. But that desire was the only reason I had to live. I read books of all sorts. I purchased black magic paraphernalia. And before long, I obtained the kaleidoscope, that which connects life and death.
And the kaleidoscope here is the same one. He nods.
The pattern reflected on water's surface was the entrance to the next world. At long last, I had arrived at the entrance to the world of the dead, to Psychedelica.
I see. He speaks of it in the same tone as when we talked about the children's book.
My wish would finally be granted. I was overjoyed. And yet at the same time, I was stricken with a terrible fear.
Fear? Of death?
No. Of seeing my sister. A lot of time had passed since her death, and the reflection of myself I saw in the water was not the me my sister knew. As the white butterfly had become the black butterfly, I had completely changed as a result of my journey to Psychedelica. I was afraid she would reject me. I became hesitant, and I destroyed the kaleidoscope.
What?
Looking back on it now, I suspect that's how the shards were scattered. Huh. The epitome of idiocy. Faced with the last step in my journey, I became a coward. I was unable to make my long-standing wish come true. In my despair, I did not realize that the power of the kaleidoscope was active when I shot myself.
Oh. So you destroyed it before you just wanted to die. You're like, I can't go through with it. I'm just gonna kill myself. But even destroying the shards activated it. So is that why Benny Yuri and her friends also came over, because they had a shard of the kaleidoscope on them, and so the kaleidoscope works even when it's not fully together? I wonder. And that's where your gun came in.
I arrived in an intermediate world, far from Psychedelica.
Oh, so this isn't Psychedelica. This is... Oh, interesting. Okay, I gotcha.
I had no memory. I met Usagi and didn't even realize she was my sister. This is the truth you so desired. Although I imagine you heard most of it from her.
Yeah.
My life and death were rife with lies. I was weak, and I accomplished nothing. That is the real me.
As he finishes explaining, Hikage seems so insubstantial that it feels like he could disappear at any second. But no. You're wrong, though.
How?
You said that telling your sister it's all right was a lie, but it wasn't. It was a wish.
A wish?
Yes. You wished for her to be well. It was an honest wish. This manor was created from your desire to see your sister one more time. And you did, although your wish was only half granted. It may have been in a roundabout way, and you've done the wrong things in the process, but you've regained yourself. You're Hikage. Timid, kind Hikage who loves his sister. That's the real you. The Hikage in front of me isn't a lie. This is the real you, the one you wanted.
Benny Yuri.
Hikage opens his eyes wide and then breathes a deep sigh.
You really are a busybody. You snoop around and shake things up. No matter how much I warn you, you continue doing stupid things. You truly are such a...
Hikage? He closes his eyes, taking a few short breaths.
I lied and lied for the sake of my sister. I put on a facade, clawing my way through my suffocating life. This world is like the deep ocean, just like before. And yet, when I'm with you, even if it's only a slight feeling, I feel like I am alive and breathing once again. If you had been there when she and I were alive...
Yes? He looks right at me and smiles. Such a gentle smile.
I would have liked to have met you in the real world.
Oh!
If you had been by my side when I was alive, you would have seen through my deception. I would have been forced to be honest with you. If you had been by my side.
He reaches out and touches my cheek. I can't look away. I can't move. His face draws close to mine. Wait, what? I feel a slight rush of air brushing my ear.
You're always dreaming of such romance. What were you expecting?
What? He wasn't trying to tease me. What in the world? Hikage stifles a laugh and places something in the palm of my hand. The kaleidoscope shard. Is this my hairpin?
It's the last shard of the kaleidoscope.
It's what? I hold it up and look at it carefully. There is indeed a shard embedded inside the decorative glass. Wait, how did this get here?
No idea. That's what I'd like to know. You have gone beyond my expectations in every way.
I had no idea at all. What do you mean it's the last shard?
You haven't figured it out. That's the very last fragment of the kaleidoscope. And that's why you will use it to finish repairing it and return to the world of the living.
What does he mean, you? Hikage stands slowly and starts walking away. Hikage, wait! Where are you going? Stop! What are you doing? An ominous feeling grips me. He's probably gonna shoot himself again, isn't he? He doesn't turn around as he makes his way up the central stairway.
Always such a busybody, just like that.
Hikage, stop! He turns at the top of the stairs and stands in front of the stained glass window, wings behind him. Nice. He grips his handgun.
My body has long since rotted away. I cannot return any longer.
No! Hikage, don't! I try to run up to him, but I trip on the stairs. Gosh dang it, Benny Yuri. I rush to get up, but I keep falling. My legs won't work the way I want them to. I look up, but I cannot get any closer to him.
The black butterfly with the dirty wings falls in the desert. A fitting end, given the crimes I have committed. But I found Psychedelica. This in-between world is Psychedelica itself.
Hikage, no! He points the gun at his head. His finger twitches on the trigger. His eyes shine with joy, and he gives me the biggest smile I've ever seen from him. That's not a smile.
Goodbye, Benny Yuri. You are my...
No! No! He collapses in front of me. The contours of his body gradually dissipate as it dissolves into a kaleidoscope of white and black butterflies. Hikage, no! This can't be! I can't take it! It's too much! Tears blur my vision as I gaze up at the butterflies scattering towards the heavens. Where are they going? Will they arrive somewhere peaceful? I don't know. What were Hikage's last words? I couldn't... No! Hikage! His voice was drowned out by the gunshot, but the emotion in his words touched my heart. What an ending. That was anime as hell, man. That was incredible. I love that ending, actually. I love it. It was so tragic, but also, man. Like, I can't... I just feel so gosh darn satisfied. I know, like, we're not... Like, the romance didn't go anywhere, right? Like, it got cut, but I mean... The whole reason... Like, he actually did get to see his sister one more time, and I like to hope that he's gonna go join her now, properly this time. But now with him gone, doesn't... I guess once we go back to the real world, like, the whole manor world should just disappear. Presumably. Like, the master's gone. Poor Benny Yuri. She keeps falling for these guys that turn into butterflies in front of her. Oh, man. He got me, though. Thought we were gonna get one last kiss from him, but he's like, heh. But, gosh, that was just so... I'm just so satisfied with that. I loved that ending. I love that... Bittersweet, but... Man... I have questions, though, about... Kaguya? Speaking of bodies rotting away, I mean, technically his was preserved in a bog, but does that count? I don't think so. Is Kaguya stuck here? And we never got Monshiro into the team. Is Yamato still a monster? Like, I have a lot of questions. Maybe it's best just not to focus on that. Hikage was our goal. Who cares about the other boys, right? Right. Oh, hey! After credits. I love after credits. Later on, when I come to my senses, I am lying on a hospital bed. Based on what I heard, I was involved in a bus accident on the way to the lake. I had been trapped at the gates of death for quite some time. You could say that. The moment I awakened, the large tears streaming down my face confound my family.
Sis, what's wrong? How come you're crying?
It's nothing. It's really nothing. I cannot respond. How can I tell them that I had fallen in love? A sad, heart-rending love. Oh. Ay. Poor girl. Some time passes. I went by myself to the lake. Boys I love die in this lake. The manor has been on my mind ever since. And one day, I felt as though I was being guided to it. I hopped on the bus to the lake. It's gone. Having arrived at the island, I stare blankly. I can't believe my eyes. I asked some nearby fishermen and discovered that the manor was demolished long ago. There had been a number of accidents around this area, and people started to think it was haunted. But that all came to an end a few years back. A promenade had even been built around the lake's perimeter. It had now become a place the locals loved to visit. In the end, I wasn't able to tell him how I felt. I set a single flower adrift on the water as an offering. Hikage, you're so cruel. You got to say everything you wanted and then left without hearing what I had to say. It's not fair. This sweet yet bitter emotion stops at my heart. Our strange experience at the manor remains etched into my memory.
I would have liked to have met you in the real world.
That's what Hikage whispered to me when he touched my cheek. I touched the same spot, sensing that Hikage's warmth has lingered in some way. If we met in the real world, if we were both reborn, what would our lives be like? Where would we have ended up? I hope Hikage and his sister are happy together. After paying my respects, I turned back towards the way back. As I walk, I see a group of children playing happily. I used to play around just like that. Oh no! I shouldn't keep worrying about the past. I made up my mind to move forward. I've got to think about the future from now on. I renew my resolve and take another step. A single butterfly flutters by. Reflected in the sun, its wings give off a rainbow shimmer. How beautiful.
What a pretty butterfly! Brother, look! There's a butterfly here!
A girl that had been running toward me turns around and waves behind her. Brother? A young man walks slowly down the path. He shields his eyes from the blinding sun as he walks toward the little girl. Don't you dare. He's even hotter in real life. Gosh dang it. I want that shirt. Oh gosh. We're nearly done. I can cry when this is over. I just need to get through this. Oh gosh, this got me.
It really is. What a pretty little butterfly.
Are we done? Am I safe now? Can I cry? Beyond the Wails! That's the achievement I got. Oh no, that's great. Oh my goodness, that got me so. I loved it. I loved it. Print it. I loved it. I don't know what happened to any of the other guys. Kage has probably still stuck. Monshiro never woke up. Who knows? I have no idea. I moved on with my life. I fell in love. And, man. I'm a mess. I loved it. Oh gosh, that was satisfying. That was so satisfying. It's not often where the guy and the girl don't end up together and I like the ending, but that I definitely liked that more than Kageha's end. Definitely. Much more. Ugh. That was so good. That was so... I'm torn between this ending and the best world ending. Like, if I knew for a fact that the other guys were actually okay as well and had come out, I think this would easily be my favorite. But I'm torn a little bit, because I do like the other guys a lot. But I love that we actually helped Usagi and Hikage to move on after so many years. I don't know how long they've been stuck there, but gosh. That was great. That was great. I loved it. All right. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed Hikage's route. That is the only ending for Hikage. There's no other ends. So we're done with Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly for right now. And we're going to go back to Taisho Alice, where I'm in desperate need of some cheering up because I'm so sad. So, Alice, hit me with your insults. I'm ready. I mean, we're not dating Alice, but, you know, we're going over there. We're going to be doing Gretel's route, actually. So, yeah. See what's going on over there, guys. Hopefully you'll join me. But until next time, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for skipping the intro. And until next time, I will see you later.